Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome for our discussion on Harinam Cintamani, our continuous discussion on the Sastra study marathon. So, my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us today on this fantastic, auspicious morning on 10th April 2025. So, today we're going to continue our discussion on chapter 8. Yes, chapter 8. And most likely today we can do two chapters because these two chapters are short chapters, 8 and 9. Okay, let's see. Anyway, so before we do, let's do our invocation prayer. We invoke auspiciousness and beg to all our Guru Varga, Guru Acharya to bless us immensely so that we can master and understand the concept about this chapter. All right. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा करामयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सागररघुनाथं सजीवं साद्वैत सावधूत परिजनसहितं कृष्णा चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पदं सह गणा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितंश्च नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पासाचरितारिणे नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने श्री वर्षभनाविदे विरहिताये कृपाब्दाये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाद्य श्री रूपनुग भक्तिर श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ताय दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धापसिद्धान्तद्वान्तहरिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलंबरा संबोधे पादाम्बुजयते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते गौर वीर्भव भूमे स्तुं निरस सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गरुतिसे नमः पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री हरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपदाय श्रीमती जयप्रकाश स्वामी नामी नामाचार्य पदाय नित्य कृपा प्रदाय Hare Krishna. So, so today we're going to do chapter 8 and just we'll do a quick recap about chapter 7 that we have read yesterday. A criticism of the scripture. So we understand that the scripture which glorifies the holy name. Okay, the summary is the scripture that glorifies the holy name, or the scripture that gives you instruction on that holy name. And if we criticize that scripture, it is equivalent to criticize the holy name. So that is the offense. Okay, so let's do our program. So if by misfortune, okay, but this is the same only. Okay, anyway. So if by misfortune accident, it happens that if one commits offense on Shruti Nindana, one should repent and offer respectful to the receiver. Okay, then we understand that with attention, Okay, one should offer tulasi and flowers and tulasi leaf to Bhagavatam and the Vedas. It's very auspicious because Bhagavatam and Vedas, there's no difference from Krishna. Okay, so being the essence of the Vedas and an incarnation of Krishna, therefore the Srimad Bhagavatam will give unlimited mercy. All right. Okay, so with that thought, let's start today's discussion on chapter 8, interpreting the holy name. Interpreting the holy name. Jai Gaura Gadadara Sri Radha Madhava, Jai Gaura Leela Stali, Janavi Vaishnava. Harida spoke, O son of Sachi, the fifth offense. So now we are discussing on the fifth offense, the offense number 5. He is giving interpretation to the names and its glories. That means to giving interpretation on the names and the glories. All right. So it's another offense. Okay. The Smritis and Puranas glorify the holy name of Krishna. Okay. The Smritis and the Puranas glorify the holy name of Krishna, stating that if one should chant the name, that means stating that one should chant the name either in negligence or in faith. All right. Can you imagine when you cannot, if say, for instance, if you do some kind of negligence, right? Negligence is something that cannot be forgiven, right? Sometimes when you drive negligent, person made an accident, and it is whether it's a whatever you may say, right? It's negligence. Okay. But here the Smritis and Puranas are quite unique, and of course Krishna is so merciful, and he says even that stating that if one should chant the name either by negligence. Okay, like for instance, the Malaysians overall they chant Hari, Rama, Mata Hari. So that's by negligence or in faith. Either negligence or in faith. Please underline, okay? Krishna will show that person great mercy. All right? Krishna will show that person great mercy. Even the thing is done out of negligence. Okay? Of course. Then, and mere is no knowledge. Mere is no knowledge as pure as the name. That means, in other words, merely means merely. Merely, that means at least there is no knowledge as pure as the name. So chanting the holy name, it's also pure knowledge. And there is no vow as powerful as the name. So if you think you want to take a vow, you want to do something, like people all take a vow to go to this Ayyappan, Sabarimalai, they take a vow to take Kavadi, they take a vow to take, that milk pot, they take a vow of, like, okay, I'll do Nirjala Ekadasi. That means on Ekadasi day, I will vow that I will never take a drop of water. There's all kind of vows. But here the Purana says there is no vow as powerful as the name. Therefore, if we take a vow that from today onwards, I'm going to chant 16 rounds, that is a very powerful vow a person could take. It's a very powerful vow. And there's no meditation more effective than the name. Even there's no meditation. You want to sit and meditate, Raja Yoga, Hatha Yoga, this yoga, that yoga. All that is not as powerful by simply sitting and chanting the holy name. And after that, there is there any fault greater than the attain to the name. Right? Nor is there any fruit, no, there is any fruit greater than attained by the name. That means there's nothing in this world that can fulfill your desire other than the chanting the holy name. Okay? Now you understand. There is no greater renunciation than the name. There's no great renunciation. No, sometimes they renounce the world and everything, but there's nothing is greater renunciation than the name. So you renounce everything, but chant the name. Okay? And there's no greater peace than the name. In the world, there is no greater pious activity than taking to the name. Okay? You want to do punya karana karya or doing some good things, good karma, there's nothing. There's no greater pious activity than taking the name. Nor is there any quicker progress than its name. At the same time, there's no quick progress other than chanting the name. The name is the highest liberation, highest freedom, highest destination, and highest peace. The point that to the point of no more searching. So that means there's no more search. Like for instance, people are searching for the truth in the Vedas and everything. There's no more. That it's a point, it's a peak of the mountain. There's nothing, there's a peak, and that's the ultimate point. Have no more searching. The name is the highest devotion. Okay, I hope you all underlining this statement. The name is the purest inclination of the jiva. The name is the highest love and direct remembrance of the Lord. Direct remembrance of the Lord. The name is the cause of all causes. The Supreme Lord. And the name is the cause of all causes. It is the Supreme Lord. And it is most worshipable. And is a form of Guru to bring one to the Lord. So the name is also a form of Guru that takes you near to God. Okay. Now, it is stated. Okay, now this is very important statement. All right, please underline. And it is stated that 1,000 names of Vishnu are equivalent to one name of Rama. Okay, when you chant 1,000 names of Vishnu, Narayana Nama, Keshvaya Nama, Madhavaya Nama, Govinda, all these 1,000 names is equivalent to one name of Rama. And then 3 names of Rama are equivalent to one name of Krishna. Just 3 names of Rama. You say Rama, Rama, Rama equal to one Krishna. Okay, and the Veda says that the holy name is purely spiritual, and thus they constantly glorify the name. That's why the Vedas are glorifying them. One who minimizes the effects of chanting the holy name, as stated in the Vedas and Puranas, is an extreme offender. One who minimizes the effect, who thinks, the name is nothing, like the just name is, just another name and all these things. Holy name, that means minimizing, that means not recognizing its strength and just thinking it's just like another ritual of the holy name, as stated in the Vedas, is an extreme offender. Okay, the one that always get offended to us, who? Okay, you can go around offend anyone, they just get offended. But if you offend a loved one, say like for instance, you offend your mother, or you offend your wife, or you offend the child. I mean, children, of course, there's our job to offend them. But say offend your wife or your husband, the one that loves you the most, you just offend them, it became a great offense. They will become very upset with you. Similarly, the name is giving you everything that you need. No, it is so powerful and it's so potent and it's easily given to you, available to you. But when you be offend that name, because it's so merciful, it becomes an extreme offense. Okay, a person becomes an extreme offender. The rascal who commits arthavada. Okay, arthavada. Arthavada means, artha means what? Meaning. Artha means meaning. Vada, commentary, wrong meaning. Against the name is doomed and rot away in hell. Okay, some people say that the result of the holy name is that stated in the scripture are not true, but only meant to attract one to the name. Okay, some say the result of the name is not true and it's just to attract one. But those persons, due to lack of bhakti sukriti, all right, sukriti means mercy. Because they lack of bhakti sukriti, lacking faith, cannot understand the real purport of the scripture and the greatest welfare for mankind. Instead, they will take the opposite interpretation. All right. But despite this, they prefer to take the opposite interpretation. Because of karma kanda. Because of karma kanda section of the Vedas is meant to satisfy one's selfish desire for material gain. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. Who is the person in charge of karma kanda? The 6 people who came in India, who created confusion, and the one who are in charge of karma kanda, or fruitive activity. Who's the person? Can anyone recall? Hare Krishna. Let's have two-way conversation. Yesterday we discussed that. Remember or don't remember? Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you're audible.
Yeah. So,
Jaimini, Prabhu.
Jaimini, very good. Fantastic, Mataji. Great. Jaimini. Okay, yesterday we discussed that Jaimini. Right? Okay, now, because of Karma Kanda section, the Vedas is meant to satisfy one selfish desire for material gain. For motivation's sake, many tempting results are offered. Okay? Because of Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, what is the idea of Karma Kanda? To satisfy selfish desire. What is selfish desire? The desire to enjoy things by myself. Okay? Of material gain. Okay? For motivation's sake, many tempting results are offered. For the sake of motivation, many tempting results are offered. You understand? So, like, for instance, when you want to tell your child, if at all you come back with 9 A's, I'll get for you an iPhone. All right. So this is a tempting offer. You know, you get your 9 A's for SPM, I will get for you one latest iPhone. You know, you do well in your subject, this thing. So say like a Malaysian Olympic Council, if you come back with gold medal, you get 1 million ringgit one-off payment and 5,000 ringgit lifetime pension. Just to motivate people to go and get a gold medal in the Olympics. So that is a kind of tempting results they are offered. All right. However, if in the process of pure bhakti, the candidate practices unselfishness, that's a big difference. See, abhakti, that means the process of non-bhakti, karma kanda, it is selfish for material gain. That means what I can enjoy. All right. But in the process of pure bhakti, it's unselfishness. All right. I do not desire anything. Desire anything, but I just want to get that pure bhakti. You got it? That's the difference. For the goal of bhakti is unmotivated service to Krishna. So the goal of bhakti is actually unmotivated service. This morning I was listening to a lecture by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj was talking, like the motivational speakers, Then it reminds me about me as a motivational speaker before. For me, I was an inspirational and motivational speaker trainer. And I start to realize, okay, what is that motivation? It's an artificial way in encouraging people to do their best. It's an artificial way. It is a way of creating some kind of mental concoction to say that you can do it. I remember though, many years ago, many years ago, right? 30, 35 years ago, my auntie went and joined this kind of MLM business. I don't want to mention the name. In that business, the people all will be screaming, Udal Mannukku Uyiru ... the company name. They say it in English, the body is for the soil, but the company name, it is my life air. That kind of madness, right? Then after that, they'll be holding one candle. They light the candle, they start to sing this song. தோல்வி நிலை என்று நினைத்தால் மனிதன் வாழ நினைக்கலாமா. The meaning of song in English, if we think that defeat is this, a man should not even think of living. With a candle at night, they all singing. Then I was looking. Then I went and asked my chinama, my mother's sister. I said, to sell a soap, do you need to sing this kind of songs? Come on. You think your soap is good? Go and sell it. Why do you need to hold the candle and sing? No. தோல்வி நிலை என்று நினைத்தால் மனிதன் வாழ நினைக்கலாமா. உடல் மண்ணுக்கு உயிர் ... What nonsense is this? So this is the kind of motivation. Artificial. After realizing it, I stopped doing it now. I'm not a motivational speaker anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, the bhakti is unmotivated. If it's motivated, that means you are on a neophyte level. You're neophyte level. That means you're starting. As a starting, you need to have this kind of motivation. You need to have that inspiration. Actually, it's not a motivation. It is an inspiration. After so long you got it, you just go for it. But the goal of bhakti, what is the goal of bhakti? Bhava. Bhava means what you call bhava bhakti, spontaneous. And prema, with love, ecstatic. No, sorry, bhava means ecstatic, prema means spontaneous. Okay? And for that, what is the need of motivation? Do you need to have a motivation to love your child? It is spontaneous and it's ecstatic. When you got a baby, you got so ecstatic. Then you start to love the baby. It's spontaneous, right? You don't need to read the book. Today I'm so happy, I'm loving my baby so much. Yes, I am loving my child. Don't need to do that, right? It's all artificial. So that's the thing. So the candidate practice answer for the goal of bhakti is unmotivated. Right? The motivation is something that you need when you are required to do a job forcefully. When a company or MLM company or a leader who wants to achieve his goal, you need to use this kind of words to forcefully, of course, in those days, what they call the Maslow theory of motivation, is like a punishment, right? The way that slaves are punished, the way the workers are punished, the workers are not allowed to go back home. The workers are given horrible life until that's when that the labor law came out in America. And the person who created what they call the person who created what do you call liberal working space was Henry Ford. He's the one who came out with the idea 5 days a week job, 8 to 5, right? Saturday half day. He came out with the idea. That's when it became the globe. So that means all these people are creating. But those days it was a slavery. You don't do the job, they whack you. All right. Then after that, it came the labor rights. But the labor rights, you cannot whack them. So it deprives them. They go deprive them. Then after that, you give them some benefit. But now today's the labor law has begun. So that means all these kind of things. I mean, if I want to achieve some kind of goal, I need to motivate. You can do it. But in my heart, yes, please do it. I want to go up the hierarchy. For that reason. Okay, so it's all not good, right? So therefore, although the statement concerning the holy name is exaggeration, although the statement concerning the holy name are not exaggeration, that means it's not simply nonsense or simply motivational exaggeration meant to motivate, but are the true effect of the name, right? So that means the statement concerning the holy name are not exaggeration, which is meant to motivate a person to chant. Motivate means what? To do something that they are not prepared to do. It's not that, because they are the true effect. So whatever effects that we learned just now, it's a true effect of the name. The devotee does not take the name for his own material enjoyment. Even the name can give you material enjoyment, but the goal for the devotee, it is not to have material enjoyment, because he knows very well Krishna provides everything. We under Yukta Vairagi. Yukta Vairagi means we utilize everything that we have for the sake of Krishna. He supplies everything for Krishna. That is right. So he does not ask for the fruit to mention the scriptures. Even he say he does not ask. He does not ask for the fruits mentioned in the scripture. If one performs a sacrifice, all right, prescribed in karma kanda, that means for the sake of material gain, karma kanda, with the desire of material gain, that is called cheating. That means if one performs a sacrifice prescribed in karma kanda for the desire for material gain, that is called cheating. If one has a desire and faith, right, in the happiness of material object, he will ask for material result from the sacrifice. So that means he have that you want to achieve some kind of this thing, so you do this kind of sacrifice because you want to ask for material result. But if one execute one's activity, now let's look at this statement. Very nice statement. If one can execute one's activity without interest in this material result, one's heart will become purified. So that means if one execute, that means if you are involved in any kind of job, any kind of this thing, if you just simply do your job, okay, just for the sake of material, just for the sake of as a duty, as what it says in Bhagavad Gita, all right, even once performing such duty, his heart can be purified. But now he says, if one actually wants activity without interest of material result, one's heart will become purified. That is the actual purpose of the karma kanda. So the actual purpose of karma kanda is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is mentioning karma yoga. What he says, do your job. Don't expect result. If there is result, offer it to Krishna. Offer it to me. Simple as that. Isn't that fantastic? First, we perform our duty. We don't expect anything. We just perform our duty. If you really think about it, since we are all under the Sastra study marathon, if you can just recall back in Bhakti Aloka, what Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, as a devotee, we don't have a past, we don't have a future. We only have present. You know? Because we have no lamentation about the past and there's no aspiration about the future. I live today, I live at this moment to the fullest in the service of the Lord. All right. So when we are in that thought, right? So that means in Karma Kanda, what Krishna says, I mean, in Karma Yoga, Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, don't perform your duty. There's not a time that they don't exist. And there's not a time they will not exist in the future. They are ever existent. So no worries. All right. And after they says, don't expect any result. When you expect any result means if I do my job today, what will I gain tomorrow? But as a devotee, we are not bothered about tomorrow, right? Yes or no? So when we as a devotee, we are not bothered about tomorrow. So today is the time I'm doing my job. I do it 100%. There's no cut. There's no, I mean, what they call, there's no, in Malay, we call churi tulang. What they call in English, yeah? There's no cutting edge or something like that. You know, there's no cheating. 100% performance of my duty. Right? And I don't expect any result. So when I'm given the task, I do it 100%. That's a fantastic way of working, actually. When I'm talking about this Bhagavad Gita, when we are listening, listen 100%. No need to think about the phone, no need to think about what to cook, and just pay attention 100%. Then once you're done, when you go to cook, you pay 100% attention in your cooking. Meditate how Krishna going to enjoy your food. How Radharani going to say, you know, that this person have done a Nandarani, look at Nanda Devi, you know, she prepared a very nice meal for you, my dear Krishna. Isn't that looks fantastic? Isn't that awesome? And Krishna says, yes, wow, it tastes so good. That meditation, that means you're cooking with so much of love. 100% attention. When you are with your children, 100% attention on your children. While you are with the children, don't look at your phone, don't look around. When you are with your wife or your husband, 100% attention on them. Not while you are having you are having a conversation with your wife or husband or whatever. That time you'll be watching TV, you'll be playing with your phone. You know, shouldn't do that. When you're sitting in a lunch table or dinner table, when you're having your lunch or dinner, 100% attention on the food and that association. You understand? That's why sometimes we say even in temple when you take prasadam, should not talk. You know, you are honoring the food. You know, when you're honoring the food, you sit in one corner, enjoy every morsel, every food that enters your tongue, enjoy it. Enjoy every morsel of that prasadam because every morsel has the tendency to purify your existence. In that meditation. So like that means our job, our life will become meditation. In every given task, 100% attention. Similarly, when I hold the chanting beats, 100% attention on the chanting of the holy name. Not while watching TV, not while sweeping the house, not while cooking, not while doing something else or chatting and chanting. No, 100% attention. So when your life, every task is given 100%, your life naturally becomes successful. Then Krishna says, if you have any result from that success, like your income or whatever, sacrifice it to me. If you sacrifice it to me, you are not bound by karma. In the course of duty, there can be a lot of karma, there are a lot of sin. But you offer it to me, there's no karma. That means, in other words, all your performance of that 1 month to earn that job, even that 1 month job, whatever job you're doing, it becomes devotional service. So that is the actual idea of karma kanda. Not karma kanda, you're doing that sacrifice so that whatever then you pray, oh, now I want to achieve this success. You know, I'm going for a tender. I want to get this big tender and I'm doing a big fire sacrifice and because I have a desire. All right? That is not karma kanda. So the actual purpose of karma kanda, it is simply to purify your existence. And step 1. When one's heart is purified, one's interest and taste for cultivating bhakti begins. First, the heart has to be purified. That's when the interest will start. Taste for cultivating bhakti will begin. Right? So sometimes people say, you know, as long I'm clean, as long my conscience are clean, as long my heart is clean, that's a very annoying statement. When people come and tell, you know, as long my heart is clean. I say, your heart is very clean. How clean is your heart? You know? Then I just give a very standard statement. You know what is the meaning of clean heart? Like what Jesus showed. When Jesus says, if you give the person give you a slap on your left cheek, show the right cheek. Why have you missed this? Slap you again. That is clean heart. Right. So how you know, when you drive, you don't curse anyone, you see? So there's nothing, all these bogus statements, simply. Right? Now, one's interest and taste cultivating bhakti will begin. By chanting the holy name, bhakti develops. So that means we are chanting the holy name to develop our bhakti. And not only develops, but it also matures. If that does, it can be seen that at the end result of karma kanda. Okay. Thus, it can be seen that the end result of karma kanda, that means when we perform karma kanda, is to come to taste the holy name. At least if those activities are done properly. So as I said, we are working, we give 100% to everything, right? So that we could receive. So the actual meaning of karma kanda, which is karma yoga that Krishna explained, that is to come to the taste of the holy. You know, just imagine if you practice 100%. You know, at least if those activities are done properly, those activities done properly means you're paying attention. Okay, the result that one can obtain from chanting the name are far beyond anything one can obtain by wandering in any of the 14 planetary system. Can you see that? The result one can obtain from chanting, it is far beyond anything that one can obtain in any of the 14 planetary system. You go to heavenly planet, what are the things you can, even that also can never come near the match of the holy name. Indeed, the results from the holy name is incomparable because it can even take you back home, back to Godhead. What is this 14 planetary system still within this material creation? But now the question is, how can a karmi or a jnani obtain this result? With their offensive attitude. So the karmi who always have material concept, they chant Hare Krishna just to make some money. Jnani, they said, oh, this is nonsense. It's all simply imagination, you know. That means they're giving a wrong interpretation. So how can they obtain this kind of auspicious result with their offensive attitude? So just by nama basa, okay, what is nama basa? Can anyone tell me? What is nama basa? Hello? Uh-oh. Do you remember what is nama bas?
Not actually pure, but almost pure.
Fantastic, Rusan Mataji. Fantastic. Nama bas means it's a starting stage of chanting, but it still have offensive. It still have offense. That means it's just like what they call a beginning stage, just like a child start talking, you know, like that. But the word that they cannot pronounce properly, the word's not clear, but it's a beginning stage. That means the nama bas means offensive state of chanting at a beginning standard, because everyone starts offensively, right? Or sorry, mistaken, okay, with mistakes, right? Very good. So this is the offense, this is the beginning stage or beginning to clearing. So just by nama bas, even you are saying it not maturely or just like innocently, one can get all the result obtained by the process of karma and jnana. Can you see that? Even in the nama bas, even as a beginning chanter, the result that can obtain by the process of karma, doing all kind of fire sacrifice, expensive, all varieties of fire sacrifice, Sahasranama yagya, that yagya, this yagya, just name it. Jnana, by doing that knowledge, acquiring all this kind of knowledge and everything, all the result of karma and jnana can all obtain just by the process of namabhas. Do you see? If such results can, even if such result can be obtained by namabhas, is there need, now the question is there need any doubt the great benefit one will get by chanting the pure name? Haridas Thakur is asking a very valid question. Even in that offensive state of chanting, a beginning state or innocent state of chanting, It gives you so much of benefit. What do you think should you have any doubt of the great benefit one will get when they chant the name purely? Yes, Vaishnava Prabhu.
Prabhu, can I ask you something? What's Karma Kanda and what is
Karma
Yoga?
Sorry?
Karma Kanda and Karma Yoga.
Karma Kanda means material activity. Okay, material activity. All right. Or this, what they call with desire, material desire activity. All right. Karma Yoga, that material activity, Karma Kanda, you link to Krishna. Yoga means linking.
But here you say Karma Kanda, you can achieve the best result.
Yeah, the Karma Kanda means your material desires.
You won't get any spiritual benefit at all.
If your desire is Karma Kanda, how are you going to get spiritual desire?
Now, in here, are we offering anything to Krishna, a part of it to Krishna, Prabhu?
See, now it's the statement mentioned here.
Ah.
For the sake of Karma Kanda, what are the things you do? Fire sacrifice, do all kind of vow, all kind of things just for material desire, yes or not?
Yeah, Prabhu.
So when you do that, what do? You do fire sacrifice. For what reason? To achieve something. For my selfish reason. Okay, I
Yeah.
want my study very well, so I go do Saraswati Puja. I want money, I go do Lakshmi Puja, right? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So the result of the prayers is education. The result of prayers is money.
Prabhu,
Okay.
after doing all this, a part of it, if we give it to the Lord, what do you call that, Prabhu?
Okay, so these two results can obtain simply by chanting Hare Krishna. Okay, but the result, as you are saying, the result. Okay, now I got my education, I got my money, and I offer it to Krishna. Okay, that's called Karma Yoga.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so that means now I need money, I do this thing. But when I get that when I get that income, say when I go for tender, I do this Lakshmi Puja in my house. I do a grand Lakshmi Puja. Then after that, I get the tender, and I get the tender. I just sacrifice some of the money for the Krishna conscious activity. So the activity of that sacrifice, the activity of going to the tender, negotiating, getting the tender under table or whatever, everything will becomes like devotional service. But of course, it's also mentioned here that at least it has all these activity has to be done how? Properly. The word is properly is here. Okay, it is not simply you do all kind of illegal things. Okay, you go and rob a bank and take the money and give it to Krishna. Can you imagine? You go and rob a bank, you rob 100 million, you come to give Krishna 1 million. So that means breaking in the bank, pointing a gun, threatening a flirt, taking the money, running away, and somebody chase you, shoot at his leg, injure him, and running away somewhere or other, hiding, and take the money and give it to Krishna. Is it Krishna service? Okay, it has to be done properly. Okay, now let's
Thank you.
yes. Yeah. So is there such to be obtained by Namabhas? So all the results can be obtained by Namabhas. So is there any doubt? Greater benefit that will chant if we chant, okay, with pure name. All the glories, that means now it's mentioned all. The glories of the name that are recited in the scriptures are accepted as fact by sincere bhakta. Okay, by sincere bhakta. Okay, now let's look at this. Now, the low class men do not accept this. The low class men do not accept this, however, and by their doubting, when they doubt, they commit offense. Krishna always mentioned in Bhagavad Gita so many times, because you don't doubt me, because you are my dear friend, I reveal you this top secret. Rajavidya, Rajaguhya. Rajavidya, the king of knowledge. Rajaguhya, the king of all secret. Let me reveal to you, because you are my dear friend and you don't doubt me. The three things that Krishna keeps saying. Because you don't doubt me. Because you don't envy me. And number three, because you are my dear friend. So doubting and envy is very dangerous. Krishna don't like it. He will never reveal himself. And how will he prefer? As a dear friend. Because you are my dear friend, this thing. Because you are my dear friend, I'm doing this. Because you don't doubt me, I'm telling you this. Because you don't envy me, I'll tell you. Because for the person who are envious and the person who doubt, they don't see. Okay, like for instance, there's one verse in Bhagavad Gita that says, a person who is doubtful, They'll never achieve perfection in this life and also the perfection in next life. Right? This is the thing. Because doubt is a very thing. But the low class men do not accept this because of their doubting, they commit offense. That which leads them to a certain ruin, destruction. So from the beginning to the end of the Vedas, so from the beginning to the end of the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and all the Puranas, the name is glorified. You know, when we study that, the name is glorified. So to minimize the interpret of these glories, what is the reason? To minimize. They say, no, we cannot make it big, you know. To simply minimize and interpret these glories, which are clearly stated by the authority, they will yield no good result. That means just simply want to minimize. No need lah. You know, any name will do. You know, like there's one what they call? Divine Life Society. No, I was there when I was young time, Divine Life Society. They have this Arati song. In that Arati song, they sing all the names. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahimam, Jai Ganesha, Jai Rakshamam. Then come to Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So what happened? Even there's a Maha Mantra was kept inside among all the other mantras to minimize. That means it's minimizing the effect as Maha Mantra. And to interpret, saying that everything is same. All right? Will yield no good result. Okay? The Lord and the Lord's name are one. We must remember that Lord and the Lord name are one. We must always remember this, and we have to be convinced about this. We have to be very convinced about this. Krishna and Krishna's name is same because the Krishna has invested in the name all his transcendental energies. Okay, he has so many energies, no? Tatata Shakti, no, Bhajaranga Shakti. So that means internal, external, marginal, Ladini, you know, some wheat, all this, all the Shakti that is there, everything have invested, all, not one or two, everything is in here. Thus, he had made chanting of the name is the supreme process. If not, why Krishna need to come down in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the form of sannyasi? You know, maybe he come and talk as a supreme personality. Maybe everybody treat him officially. You know, when Krishna was there during his childhood pastime, when he was a child, he had a loving pastime with his gopis and with all these Gopals and all these Vrindavan. When he turned 14, he went to where? He went to Dwaraka. He assumed the form of a prince, a king. Then he became a king of Dwaraka. So then after that, so all official. In the form of Narayana, he comes down official. You know, in the form of Narsingadev, he came down officially to kill a demon. In the form of Ramachandra, he came as a prince officially to kill Ravana. And when you look at Ramayana, there's no, it's all the Lakshmana serving Lord Ram, Hanuman serving Lord Ram. Lord Ram kept the standard, Maryada Purusha. Okay, so like that. So that means all the incarnation of Krishna, they come down in their official duty. When Krishna came, he went back, he thought in Goloka, he's thinking, I've already said in Bhagavad Gita, no, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Sarva Dharman, all. Sarva means everything. Dharma, religiosity. Parityaja, abandon all religious activity. Mam Ekam, only me, Sharanam Vraja. Only we, you surrender and go. Vraja means go. The thing is, but how to do it? I didn't tell them. Then he came back in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 4,500 years later. He came and he started to advocate. Well, this is what is the true way of achieving perfection. You know, not meditation, not fire sacrifice, not temple worship, no rituals, no nothing. Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before that, Ramanujacharya also did the same thing. He was given a secret mantra. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. So when the Guru told him, this is a secret mantra, don't tell anyone. Because if anyone recite this mantra, they go straight to Vaikuntha Loka. They will never see hell in their life. Really? Yes. Then after that, he went to the Gopuram. He went to the temple, the front tower. He went there, called everybody, come, everybody, come. All the people gathered around. Do you know something? I just heard a great secret. The great secret was given to me by my spiritual master. If you can just simply chant this one mantra, you will never go to hell. It doesn't matter what is your background, what is your birth. You will never go to hell. You never see Yamaraj at all. You go to the eternity. You go straight to Vaikuntha Loka and never be born again. Please listen attentively. Then he start to scream, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana. Then boom, everybody start chanting. And the spiritual master was so angry. He called upon Ramanuja. Hey Ramanuja, come back. What have you done? I told you to keep it a secret. And you simply shout and gave everybody. What kind of person? You have done a Guru Aparadh. You will go to hell for this. For not listening to me. For not taking. Then Ramanuja humbly said, my dear Guru Maharaj, let me one person go to hell. When all the people can go to Vaikuntha Loka. I'm willing to go to hell. I'm so sorry, Guru Maharaj. And we have to save everyone. And that's when the Guru Maharaj started to realize, oh, this person is not an ordinary person. Right? So like that. Then when Dhruva Maharaj was sitting in the forest, right? He wants to achieve perfection because he wants to know, he wants to get a Nyayam, and he wants to get because he wants to get the father's kingdom. A young boy went to the jungle, and this what they call what is his name? Narada Muni came. He looked at him, young man, what are you doing, young boy? He said, no, my father is not the I want to learn I want to know, I want to get a kingdom. I want to get a kingdom because my father said I have to be born in the stepmother's womb. My stepmother said. So I'm so eager. I want to get my own kingdom. So my mother said the one who only can grant this is Narayana. And I want to see where's Narayana. And she says it's in the jungle. And I don't know where to find him. That's why I'm sitting and meditating. He said, don't worry. I'll give you one mantra. You chant this mantra. Then he initiates him. You know what mantra is this? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then he chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana appeared. And that's when the Sweta, the pole star, the Vaikuntha Loka, and let's give. Okay, that's another thing. Then another thing is, what they call? Mrgari, a hunter. A hunter who kill the animal halfway. He doesn't kill it straight away. He loves to kill the animal halfway. He loves to see the animal all dying. That means you can just shoot the head to kill the animal. He's a hunter. But he like to shoot the tail. He like to shoot the hip. And the animal will be, and he like to see, wow, so nice, so nice. So when Narada Muni came to the jungle, he saw all the animal half dead. And he saw Mrgari hunting. He said, hey, you, why are you so nasty? Why are you doing this? You have done a great offense. He said, what to do? My father teach me to do this. The only job I know how to do. But you have done a great sin, right? But you have to come out of it. Okay, now I give you a mantra. And he gave him a mantra. I forgot the mantra. He gave that Mrgari the holy name. Just chant this mantra. When Mrgari chant this mantra, he became extremely purified. All right. The same thing happened to bandit, a great bandit, a bandit who loves to kill. There's a bandit, like land pirate. When there's a caravan comes, he like to go in, rob the asset, and kill the people. He loves killing people. He's so killing. Okay. So Narada Muni went and met him. He said, you, why you love to do that? Why you rob people and kill people? He said, no, that's my decision. I don't know. You're so nasty, He said, but what to do? That's my job and everything. So then he said, you must chant the name of the holy name of the Lord. He said, but I can't think of any holy name. He said, at least do your job that you love to do the most. He said, what is my job? Killing people. You love to kill people, right? Kill people is marana. Marana means death. In Tamil also we call marana. Marana means death. Mara means kill. Mara means kill, Marana means death. Even in Tamil also you say this thing, Marana. Marana means death, Mara means kill. All right, chant your job that you love to do the most. Mara. Really? Chant, come on, start chanting. Mara, 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 Rama. The word Rama came in more. That is that. What did I say just now? What did you say? You just say Mara. No, something happened to me. Then again it says, Mara, Mara. Try chanting and see, my dear Prabhus and mothers. Mara, 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 Mara. You know the Mara is saying Mara, 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 Mara. The word Rama came. And you start to get a big transformation. Go on chanting. And that person is none other than Valmiki, who wrote Ramayana. So the name, he has invested everything in his name. Right? Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he says, now I give you the name which is far superior. You're going to chant this name 1,000 times, I give you one name, is equal to that 1,000 times of the name. Really? Then he came and he gave a topmost glorious name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Right? Okay. So he gave that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. All right. So that means what he did, he had invested all his transcendental energy. Even a bandit accidentally chant Mara, 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 Mara. Rama came pop, he changed. A Mrigari, a great terrible hunter, changed. A young boy achieved the highest perfection just by chanting the name. You understand? So he made the chanting name as a supreme process. So as the Lord is completely independent and full of all energies, he by his will invested in karma kanda activities is material energy. Okay? As the Lord is completely independent and full of energy, he has by his own will invested in karma kanda activity. That means the material activity is material energy. And in Brahma Jnana is Nirvana energy. Brahma Jnana means the knowledge of none. That means this thing. So he invested the Nirvana energy. That means to go and become nothing. To go into the light and become nothing. Nirvana. So that means true is invested karma kanda activities is material energy, and Brahma kanda, Jnana kanda activity is Nirvana energy. Submerging. Go into the light. But you all understand what I said? If you don't understand, I'll repeat again.
Please again, please.
Okay, great. Now it's like this. What it says here in Brahma Kanda.
Prabhu, you're not loud enough, Prabhu.
Is it?
Yeah.
How about other?
I think your speaker's away from you, Prabhu.
Is it? No, it's just nearby only.
Now okay, Prabhu.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm just pushing. Okay. Now, Karma Kanda. What is Karma Kanda? Karma Kanda is equal. Karma Kanda, it is a materially motivated desires. So far, so good? You understand this?
Yeah.
Rosan Mataji, you got it?
See, in our hospital, we did for 50 ringgit only, you know.
Rosan Mataji, are you following me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, Brahma Kanda, wrong. It's called Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda, which is materially motivated desire. And what happened? Krishna invested his material energy. You got it? Everyone? So Krishna invested material energy in Karma Kanda process. So in Karma Kanda, you achieve your success is because Krishna invested, yes, put in the material energy. Okay? Now, the Brahma Kanda. Brahma Kanda. Brahma Kanda means what? All right, Brahma Kanda. Or we also call as merging into light. Okay? They call Mayavadi philosophy. And what Krishna did, invested
Yeah, I mean, luckily you also get angry, that is for sure. But you must think the perforator, you will go start fixing it, you will
What energy? Nirvana energy.
That's right. Yeah.
Got it? What he did here? He invested his nirvana energy. That means
Worse, start fixing it is the worst. You will no point already. That time you got 100,000 also no point.
right. Now you got it. You understand, Mataji?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now we understand. Okay, now this thing is like this. First is Karma Kanda. In Karma Kanda, Krishna invested his material energy, and in Brahma Kanda, that means merging into light, he invested his Nirvana energy. Okay, there's a girl asking a question. Prisha asked a question. Well, Prisha, you should ask question openly, not to me directly, so everyone can know what's the question you're asking. Anyway, right? Hare Krishna Prabhu, what does Nirvana energy? Okay, Nirvana energy means what? All right, she asked a nice question. So what does it mean this by Nirvana energy? Okay, Nirvana means, Nir means nothing. Vana means place. Go to the place of nothing. Do you get it, Prisha?
Is it also called whiteness, Prabhu?
Void, yes. Prisha, okay, can you unmute and talk? Is it possible in your space here? Just a quick one. Or are you in your place that is can't speak? Oh, you're at work. Okay. Now, so do you remember yesterday we discussed about the sun and the sunshine? Do you remember? Okay, that sun is the globe. The shine is the energy. So the sun, there's a globe that's called Goloka, and the energy of that is called what? Brahma Jyoti. Do you remember? Great. So in that Brahma Jyoti, when a person goes into that, it becomes nothing. You got it? So that is called Nirvana. Go and be nothing. You understand? Oh, great. Good. Prisha is an 18-year-old girl starting off in Bhakti very nicely. Good. You asked all these fantastic question. Okay, now, okay, now everyone understand what does it mean? So what it says, the Lord is completely independent and full of energy. So that means the Lord is completely independent and full of all energy. The word is all. He is full of all energy. Then by his own will, what he had invested, the word is invested is important. The word is invested. What he invested? In Karma Kanda, in material activity, he invested material energy. Then in Brahma Kanda, the speculative knowledge of merging into the light, he invested Nirvana energy. Go there and become nothing. So that's the word Nirvana. So that's the thing. So in Karma Kanda, material energy. In Brahma Kanda is merging into the light. That means to merge and become nothing. Okay? I hope you all understand. Huh? If you understand, put a thumbs up.
Right,
Yes,
the he and his is according to who? Law or what? The he and he has his investment. The he and his is who?
like you and yours. Who? Which is which now?
Now you're talking about the law or the
Now I ask an example like you. Like in your case, you are investing your 1,000 in a business. Example. So you and your. How do you understand that? That means you are you and money is yours. So any difference? Both same, correct? So that means Krishna, who possess his energy, he investing. So he and his are same equal person. You got it?
Okay.
Okay, I give you an example. Now, you are donating your 1,000 to the temple. So that means you and yours. Is there any difference?
Still mine.
Still yours, correct? That's the thing. I understand why you asked that question, because that is the concept of Mayavadi philosophy. In Mayavadi philosophy, you and yours are two different entities, correct or not?
Yeah, this looks very easy, but not easy.
Yes, formally it's very complicating or not? You are there, but yours is not there. What does that mean? I am here, but my phone is not there. You are here, but yours is not. You are exist, yours don't exist. But end of the day, you also won't exist. You go into the light, right? Very nice question you asked. Very nice, fantastic. I hope you're clear now, right? You and yours, he and his are no different. But we as a human being, you and yours, that's different. Because that formally that money should be somebody else. But today is your money and tomorrow is going to be someone else's money. So there's a difference. Because we are materially distinct, we are not distinct. I mean, I and my name are two different persons. But for Krishna, his name, his body, his dress, his energy, all equally same. You got it, Mataji?
In the Nirvana also, he is also.
Yes.
Also he in that.
Yes. He and his is also the same. Because his energy and Krishna, there's no difference. Both same.
Okay, never mind. Just continue.
All right, continue.
Yeah. It's don't stop them.
Important. Do you understand? Okay. There is duality. Remember, we spoke about duality before.
Yeah.
What is Chinese meaning for duality?
Duality, Chinese. Why suddenly Chinese? I don't even remember the duality.
No. In Chinese, they call what? Duality?
Yumei. Duality is not yumei. Duality is ignorant. Is that ignorant?
The understanding of duality. This is the one, right? Yin and yang.
Oh, yeah. 二元.
Duality. Correct? Black and white. The whole world got yin and yang. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or not? In Chinese, they say, right? Yin yang.
Yeah.
Yin and yang. Okay, now, and also there's another unique thing they put in Chinese. In the black, there's a white, and in the white, there is a black. It's like this. Correct or not? So yin and yang. So yin and yang means duality. Okay? In the world, duality, men and women. So in everything that we have, there's duality. Rusen Chiang and the person Rusen is two different persons. So the person Rusen Chiang carrying the name Rusen Chiang. So the Rusen Chiang cannot be the person and the person cannot be the name. Two different entity, correct?
Okay.
Different entity. But for Krishna, there's no such thing. Krishna is only one. Krishna is only one, the complete whole, that's it. There's no yin and there's no yang. So in Krishna, his name, his dress, his a flute, his dress, then what they call his energy, all are complete whole. You got it?
By what he mentions is Brahma, Jnana, and then Nirvana energy and the material energy.
So when I mentioned that, what happened?
Why you say Karma, Kanta energy and the Brahma, Jnana and Nirvana energy since it's just once?
Okay. So when it comes to material world, okay, what is the energy of Krishna in material world? You remember? Okay, first, spiritual energy. We human beings, what? Marginal. And number 3 is external. External energy. Okay. In that external energy of Krishna, there is duality. That means the material energy has duality.
Okay.
Okay. So what the statement here is mentioning is like this. If you want, Krishna got energy called karma energy, the material energy. He also has the energy of nirvana, light. That means the light is from his body only, right? Yes or not? He has these both energies with him. So what he did, those in karma kanda, those who want to achieve success in life, want to be a materialistic person, he have invested the material energy for them. But those people want to give up everything and want to merge into the light, he also invested his energy of nirvana to them. You got it? But now,
Yeah.
the question is asking now is this. The question that is asked, so what they call the Rupa Goswami, this what they call Sanat, asking is, okay, but in the holy name, he has invested all energy and all result. You got it? So for Karma Kandi, he put in karma energy for them. For Jnana Kandi, he have given Brahma energy for them. Brahman, all right? Brahman energy for them. But in the holy name, in the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, he have put all his energy. That means in Karma Kanda, he didn't put Nirvana energy. You understand what I mean? Just like this, okay, for instance, now you're going to go to the kitchen and start cooking, right? And I ask, what do you want to do? Oh, I think I want to make what they call okay, I want to do mango juice, and I want to blend with yogurt. Okay, got it? Are you following me, Mataji?
Yes.
So you are going to do mango juice, and you're going to make into lassi. You're going to blend with yogurt. Oh, really? Yeah. So what I did, I go to the kitchen. I prepare one mango. I prepare one knife and cutting this thing. I prepare a little sugar and little salt. You got it? So you want to make mango juice with and yogurt. You want with yogurt. I only prepare what you need for that. Okay? That is creating. But now you're telling, I want to cook something for, I want to cook something. And now I'm preparing a kitchen. You have everything. You have salt, you have all the herbs, you have everything. You can cook anything you like. You understand? You got my idea?
Yes.
When you want to specifically make mango yogurt, I only prepare you mango yogurt. All right. If you want to cook rice, you want to cook fried rice, I only prepare you ingredient for fried rice. This is material standard. If you want to achieve karma, I give you karma energy. You want to merge into the light, I give you only merging energy. Okay, Brahman energy. They only these two, specific. But now, Krishna says, in holy name, I have put all energy inside there. Karma energy is inside there. Brahman energy is inside there. Moksha energy is inside there. Like this, I'm preparing a kitchen full of all ingredients. You got it?
Yes, very good. This cooking is very clear now.
I just thought about cooking. Okay, I hope everyone understand. Huh? All right. Okay, great. You understand. Because this is a very important thing. This very, very, very important subject matter. Okay. So this is what it's saying. So now he specifically have invested all energy. All right. He specifically have invested all this particular energy in all these kind of things. He have invested. He has he have completely independent. Okay. All right then. That means first of all, the Lord is complete independent, first thing. And after that, he got all varieties of energies. Then he invested karma energy in material this thing. Then he invested Brahma Jnana, or this thing, the Nirvana energy. Specifically, he has kept all these energies in this particular place. But in the holy name, what happened? He has invested all the energy. And also with all the result, not simply energy, but along with all result. So the question is asking is, why argue about why and how? Why argue how and why? The Lord can do what he wants. Okay, therefore, the intelligent, learned man will not yield to interpret the glorious name. So the learned man in this thing, they don't interpret the glories of the name. Because everything is there. You want to interpret, do what? You understand? Vaishnava Prabhu?
Prabhu, can you please give an example of investing his energy in nirvana, Prabhu?
See, nirvana, the Krishna come in three forms. Krishna come in the form of Paramatma. Okay, sorry, he came in the form of the what they call he has a form, and he also is formless, and also come in a localized form. Okay, the form is the Supreme Personality in his personal form, and the second is in the form of light. You feel the energy, like the sun and everything. And third form localized is Paramatma in your heart. Now,
There is partial.
oh, sorry. Please mute, unmute yourself, Prabhu. I accidentally muted you. Unmute yourself and ask a question.
That person, I mean, super soul is a partial expansion.
Localized expansion. Okay, now the question is, he invested nirvana energy. So that means, say, like for instance, the what is Brahma Jyoti? Krishna's aura. Yes or not?
Yeah.
So he created that aura and he allowed specifically those who want to merge into that aura. He said they allow them. So he invested the knowledge or the understanding how to merge into the aura through the what they call Jnana Kanda, Brahma Jnana.
Okay, Prabhu.
You understand, Prabhu?
Yeah.
So that means if you want to become success in life, he give you Karma Kanda, how to become success in life. He give you the knowledge. You do all these energy, you can be very successful materially. And after that, those people don't want success, don't want all this, but I prefer to go into the light and become nothing. I want to go into the Jyoti. Then he created that thing. That means he invested the nirvana. Nirvana means nirvana. Go there and become disappear.
Okay. But you know, there is God, and then in everywhere they say there is no void in any part of the creation.
There's no what?
Void
Void. Okay.
in any part of the creation.
Of course, there's no void. Of course, that is our philosophy.
How can Lord put his energy there, Prabhu? Why should Lord put his energy there?
So this Brahma Jyoti is not in material realm, it's in spiritual realm. The Brahma Jyoti, it doesn't exist in this material world.
Okay.
It is in spiritual world.
Yeah.
You know, after you pass through this place, then the first thing, you know, that Viraja river, you know,
Yeah.
Viraja river. After you pass that, first you go through the light. You are entering into the zone. That means just like you are flying in from a dark zone to the, you know, sometimes when you're flying back from England, especially, no, sorry, sometimes when you fly from Malaysia to England, you can see the time zone, yes or not?
Yeah.
From the dark, you're going to the light. But coming back time, you just follow the thing. But on the way, you are flying through the night, then you're entering into the light.
Yeah.
That means you're going through the darkness, then you come first, you see the light. And you go there, disappear. Then you go further, you see Vaikuntha planets. So that is nirvana energy. So those who wants to achieve nirvana, he allows that. Nothing happens without his sanction. Got it, Prabhu?
Okay.
Now I want to ask you a question, Prabhu. Where do the material world, where is that material universe exists? Any idea?
Material universe exists in the dark portion of the.
Are you sure? Okay, let me explain. This is not Bhagavatam. Entire thing is spiritual world. Okay? Entire thing is spiritual world. In that entire thing, there is a small tiny place. This is the place where at the corner of this spiritual place, this is the place where Krishna, came in the Karnadakshay Vishnu. He lies down in this Karnadakshay Vishnu. Okay? That means, in other words, so Krishna has gone to this part of this universe, the spiritual universe, part of this place. He came in the form of Karna Daksha Vishnu.
I type this like that IGN.
Okay. From that Karna Daksha Vishnu appears many many bubbles appear, and these each universe. Okay, so far so good. Are you following me, Prabhu?
Yeah, very well.
Okay. Now what happened? Now after that, this Karna Daksha Vishnu enters into every bubble as Garbho Daksha Vishnu. So we are actually in the spiritual realm, but we are in the ignorance part. It's a corner of the material universe. We will study that in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is it Svetadipa, Prabhu?
No, Sweta Dipa is inside that bubble.
Inside the material world?
Yes, outside the material is causal ocean, Karna Kadal, causal ocean.
Yeah, Prabhu.
So now when you see this blue things is causal ocean. From here, Karna Daksha Vishnu is lying down. From here, many bubbles appeared. Each bubble are the dark material universe. So then he go into every bubble as a Garbho Daksha Vishnu.
Okay, yeah.
The navel Brahma appeared and Sweta, everything is there. So that means we are still under the realm, but of course at the corner of the universe. Okay.
You mean all these universes are without illumination, Babu?
Sorry?
With all these universes, the bubbles are universes.
Yes, each bubble, every universe, yeah.
And they are without illumination?
Of course, there's a sun is there to illuminate.
But okay, Babu. Okay, I understand.
Light bulb there, you know, one bulb, sun is a bulb.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see that in verse 1.3.1 and 1.3.2 in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
You know, in that word, oh, wonderful. I was reading this in the morning. I was thinking, why suddenly? The Mahatattva is assembled in some corner of the vast, unlimited spiritual sky.
And that blocks the spiritual effulgence.
No, say in a kingdom, there's a jail.
Yeah.
And in the jail, there's a dungeon.
Yeah.
So is there any blocking? No, it's created so to throw the prisoners there.
Yeah.
But they're still under the same kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay, Prabhu?
That area especially.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Any other question? Okay. All right, now it's 10:18. Shall we just take a short break? Okay, see how long to. Oh, there's another thing. Okay. I think it looks like we can never do two chapters in a day. Krishna don't allow. Okay, anyway. Okay, now it's 10:18. Shall we just take a 2 minutes break? Just get up, go, relax yourself. We continue our discussion. Hare Krishna. Okay, so what we understand from here? Okay, so a learned man will not yield interpreting the glorious name. It's not worth it at all, right? Now, if one happens to commit Arthavada means what? Wrong commentary, interpretation. Artha means in Tamil also we call Artham. Artham Vada. Vada means offense. Okay. Happens to commit Arthavada, he should humbly go before an assembly of a Vaishnava who engage in discussion about Krishna and reveal his offenses at their feet. So begging sincerely for forgiveness. If you think that you have done such offense, go to the assembly of a devotee who are engaging, okay, Madhyama devotee, and beg for your forgiveness and inform that you have done such a disease. That's atonement if anyone gives Arthavada. Okay. The devotee of the Lord who are conversant with all glories of the holy name will mercifully forgive him and embrace him. The offense of interpreting or concocting, we understand yesterday, experimenting, offense of interpreting and concocting will not occur again. If one happens to talk with one of these offender, one should immediately, without taking off one's clothes and bathe in Ganges for purification. All right. If at all, if we meet someone who talk like this, we have to go and take bath with our clothes on, right? And bathe in Ganges for Ganga. Why I keep saying Ganja. All right. Bathe in Ganga for purification. If any pure water is not available, one should mentally, if all this is not available, one should mentally purify oneself. He who has faith in Krishna, dearest Sri Radha, wears the Harinam Cintamani as a necklace. Okay, right. So let's have reflection now. So now you all understand what we understand from this chapter, that this holy name gives everything. Okay, the conclusion is this holy name gives everything. Whether materially motivated, whether spiritually motivated, whether material motivation, you want to have this thing. Arthavada. Artha means what? Meaning. Okay, Prisha? Artha means meaning. Vada means misinterpreting the meaning. You know, you give your own opinion. Okay, good. Now, the holy name gives everything. Whatever things you want. You want karma kanda, you want jnana kanda, everything is invested in that. Okay. And the benefit of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is even more beneficial than even achieving any success in any of these 14 planetary systems. That means you're talking about heaven, we are talking about Brahma Loka, we talk about all these 14 planetary. What are the great things you can achieve? Okay, we don't talk about other planets, we talk about this planet. All the, see, like, all the benefits, say, like you become the richest man in the world, or you become the most educated man in the world. You become all the great things the world is offering. All these benefits are in that Harinam. Okay, the chanting of holy name gives you all these super powerful this thing. So example, since Krishna has multi, and why? Because Krishna and his name, there's no difference. So Krishna invested all his energy in this one name, all the energy. So Krishna has many energy. So the example Haridas Thakur is saying, for material motivation, he put materialistic success energy. And for those people who wants to merge into the light, all right, Jnana Kandi, the speculative knowledge, the Mayavadis, he also invested the Nirvana energy for them. You know, so because in those days, around 5, when the Vedas was revealed and everything, there's no other religion. There's no Christianity, there's no Islam, there's no Jewish, there's no nothing. There's not even a Hindu. They call Sanatan Dharma. Okay, but of course, as Kali Yuga, they start to call themselves one name. Or I am into this. Say, like, even though I born as an Indian, but I am known as Malaysian because I born and bred here. Like that, we acquired that name according to the time, place, and circumstances. Right? So that's how we see. So what happened? All these things are there. So for material people, he invested material energy for nirvana. So 5,000 years ago, that is the only thing that's available. People either they are materially motivated or they want to merge into the light. So all these energies are inside, specifically given. You know, specifically given. But okay, I just remind me about one story. You know, this former Indian president, what is his name? Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam, okay, initially he is a scientist. He's the one who sent rocket and everything. He's a great scientist of India. So what he did, initially when he's during his young time, he wants to become a pilot, jet fighter pilot. He wants to become a Air Force. But of course, he couldn't make it. But then he's telling, but after I became a president, so once he became a president, he became the commander-in-chief of all the armed force, everything. So being a commander-in-chief of the Air Force, today I fly jet plane. So that means there's a jet plane he set, and he was taken on a ride. He went one round on a jet plane. Now I fly jet plane because I am the commander-in-chief. Similarly, so initially for a normal person, there's one like a jet fighter, or they have all these specific things. But for the president or the king, all of them is under his control. Right? So others are specific. Okay, this department, okay, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Defense, all the specific people. That means there's a minister in charge of the Ministry of Defense. There's a minister in charge of Ministry of Agriculture, like that, each and. But the Prime Minister or President or the King is everything, is in charge for everything. You got it? So when people wants to achieve success in Karma Kanda, he kept that energy of Karma Kanda in that space. You want this? Take it and enjoy. For Jnana Kanda, who wants to go into that, merge into the light, he put this one. Now I give you this one, you take it, you enjoy it, you go into that. But all these energies, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and all these energies are all, including all the other energies that Krishna has, invested in the Hare Krishna mantra, in the holy name. You got it? So when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, see, this mantra can take you back home, back to Godhead. A very powerful mantra that can connect you directly to Goloka Vrindavan. That can make you Krishna can be attracted to you. Hey, who's this boy chanting Hare Krishna mantra? So when that is there, what do you think about others? So it is so powerful. So therefore, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is so important, and it has a very direct meaning. So those who give misinterpretation, this is nonsense. You know, like how the Divinized Society, you know, they sing Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahimam, then Hare Rama, in that mantra they include this, thinking that this is another common mantra. Right? That means they're chanting all the names because they say everybody is equal. That means diminishing the strength of the holy name. Or give this, this is just imagination. Okay, the book which is made of paper, which is material, and the name is made of the ink and printed on the book. So it is just material. There's no big deal in it. Right? They give a wrong interpretation. So all these interpretations are very wrong. And it's called aparat. Got it? Who don't understand? Everybody got it? If you get it, please put a thumbs up. Okay. Nandari Mataji. Okay. Sadguna Mataji, Kesavan, Karpia Saras Mataji, Sheila Mataji, do you all understand? Rusan Mataji. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So that's very important. Okay. So since we have half an hour, we try to do the next chapter. Now we are going to the next chapter. All right. That is called chapter 9, committing sin on the strength of the name. Now you know the name is so powerful, known everything. Now you commit sin on the strength of the name. Okay, let's look at this. Gaura Gadadhara Jaya Janava Jivana Jaya Jaya Sita Advaita Jaya Bhakta Gana. Haridas spoke on the power of the name to eradicate sinful activities. Now he spoke about the power of name that to eradicate the sinful activities. Now he says, if the Jiva takes shelter of the pure name, which is Shuddha Sattva, or transcendental and pure at all times, he quickly all the anarthas, that means quickly all the anarthas, that is all the unwanted thing, that is also including the weakness of the heart. In Kali Yuga, everyone has the strong attribute in Kali Yuga, everyone has is the weakness of the heart, right? Will go away. So when one becomes fixed in the holy name, one will be no longer think of committing sin, and the effects of the past sin will no longer influence one. All right. Now let's look at this. So that means when we chant the holy name, we no longer think about committing sin. Now we already here. We don't even think about want to commit sin, and of course at the same time, all the effects of your past sin will no longer influence. That means all your past sins that you have done, all eradicated. All right. All these things is due to purification of the heart. Sin may be analyzed in 3 stages. Okay, very important. Sin may be analyzed in 3 stages. Okay, number 1, a sinful act is the final stage. This is caused by the seed of a sin. All right, the sinful act is the final stage. Example, you do some kind of sin, it's the final stage. But first stage, how? You start to desire them in your heart. Indirectly, you start to have. So first it caused by the seed, or in other words, desire to sin. First we have a desire. Okay. I've got a desire. I want to go and drink alcohol, beer. Oh, so nice. Think. I'm just, it's a desire. The seed is there. Right? Then that desire originates in ignorance. So where the desire starts due to ignorance. I know drinking is no good, but I start because of ignorance, this thing. So first is the desire. Second is the situation, environment. That means the environment of ignorance, which is the root cause. That is the root. So first is desire. First is the final stage, the desire to do it, and the environment. All right? Or the mode of ignorance, passion. Okay, it is the root cause. So all three are considered as causes of the suffering of the jiva. So we are all suffering because of these three causes. However, Krishna is merciful, always looking to the welfare of his part and parcel. What is part and parcel? He always looking at the welfare. That means we are part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is Paramatma, we are Jivatma. So he always merciful. He's always looking to the welfare of us. So now, not being able to bear the suffering. Let me see that we are all his children are suffering. He can't bear it of the jiva. So he always tries to help them. Thus, by the process of bhakti, the thirst for material stimulation or the lust of the senses leaves the heart. All right? By the process of bhakti, the thirst for material stimulation, material enjoyment, and the lust of the senses will leave the heart. Okay? So far, so good? Do you understand? You know, do you understand the three stages of sin? Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Oh, someone who thumbs up. All right. Okay, you understand, huh? So the performance of the scene, that means I take the beer and start to drink is the final. But where it starts from? It starts from desire. And where the desire came from? Because I'm in ignorance, in the mode of nature. All right? Say like, for instance, I have passion. All right? I want to do something very passionately. I want to achieve success. And where the thing comes is desire of success. And where the desire of success comes? Because I'm in the mode of passion. So there's a three stages. Okay? You all understand, huh? Right? Okay, now. So, Prisha, do you understand this, Prisha? She's being the youngest. Are you there? Oh, Prisha is there. Okay. Do you understand the three stages? A bit, Prabhu. Okay. What you don't understand? Okay. Let me explain to you because it's very important. Number one, I think maybe you can explain the three stages so I can write down. Okay, great. All right. Say like, for instance, the first thing is okay. This is the action of sin. Okay, this is the action of the sin. Okay, what this action of sin means? Now, say like, for instance, okay, let's think about one sin. Okay, say like, for instance, okay, drinking. Okay, the sin that you plan to perform today is drinking beer. You got it? Okay. Drinking beer. Okay. Now, what happened? Now you first, that means when you start to drink the beer, it's already action of the sin. You have already committed the offense. But where the offense came from? First of all, the offense came from the thing called, it came from, okay, it came from this place called desire. Okay. First, you have the desire in your heart before you perform it. Correct or not? First, you start with desire. Okay. The desire to drink beer. But where the desire come from? The desire comes from because of this thing called the environment. Okay, environment means environment, okay, or modes of nature, which we call it as mode of ignorance. Okay, you got it? So that means the first step, and this is the place we call as the root. Okay, we call this place as the root, the mode of nature. So suddenly you have a wrong association, you join a wrong friends, and after that you create environment, the mode of nature, then you go into the ignorance. All right, first that's a root. So from the root of the thing, the nature, you start to have the desire. Your friends all telling, let's go, night ready, let's go party and all these kind of things. So you start to have desire. And from the desire, you start to perform the sin. So this is, root is number 1, and this is number 2, and this is number 3. You got it? Prabhu, what if someone thinking of drinking beer, but they don't do it? It's considered, yes. See, first you start to think about it. When you start to think about it, you think and think and think, eventually you'll do it. You understand? If you just, everything starts from the mind, First, you start to think, okay, example, like for instance, all right, say suddenly you are angry with someone. Say you're angry with your friend. First, you start to, the environment created that you're very angry with him. Then after that, in your mind, you start to rehearse. You start to show your anger. I hate that fella. I hate that fella. I hate the fella. But in front, you're talking nicely. But in your heart, you keep thinking. But suddenly, at one moment, without you realizing, that you will go into the action. You start to shout at the person and say, I really hated you for all the things you have done. Maybe if you are the person who are not brave, but still at that moment, because you keep desiring, you keep thinking about it, it will definitely come into action. You got it? So that's why we must disassociate with all the karmis and unwanted people. Because when we associate, without we realizing, the desire will start to manifest in our heart. Prisha, are you following me? Okay, great. Okay, I give you another example, like what Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu once asked. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, okay, he once asked, if we offend someone in our mind, is that an offense? Remember, Prabhu, you asked that question once?
I remember very well.
Okay. Say suddenly you hate a devotee, all right? But you're thinking in your mind, is it an offense? So we understand in Kali Yuga, when you start to hate someone in your mind, you're thinking in yourself, it is not an offense. It's not considered an offense. It's not an act of offense. But we must understand. First of all, we start to think about it. The environment is created. You start to hate the devotee. And after that, you start to offend him in your mind. You start to hate him. And without you realizing, one day you go into action. One day you go down and you shout at the flirt, shout at the devotee, or start to say something very bad. You definitely go into the action. So that's why even keeping in your mind is still dangerous. It's step 2. Okay, Prabhu? All right. Now let's continue. So that means the process of bhakti, the thirst of material stimulation and lust of senses leaves the heart. Okay. One is able to look with contempt on the endeavor to acquire a beautiful wife or a wealth. Right? One is able to look with contempt. That means you are not more interested in contempt. That means your contempt of court means you are against the court. That means you have that look with contempt. That means you are no longer interested on that endeavor or in the action of maybe acquiring a beautiful woman or a wealth. Then what happened to him? In that situation, when he's no more that desire, he lives satisfied with one's constitutional service to the Lord. What is that constitutional service? The service that is naturally come to you, you remain in that service. And after that, the devotee accepts everything is favorable to the development of bhakti and rejects anything unfavorable to the bhakti. Then he can come to the level of discrimination. He takes what is important for him and others he just keep it away. He regards Krishna alone as his protector. and maintainer and gives up all ideas of selfish concept. All right. So he start to alone, that means he start to believe that Krishna alone as his protector and also the maintainer. So we have no worries. And after they give up the idea about selfish, that is I and mine. I am this and this is mine. All right. And sometimes at that particular moment, the person becomes so humble, devoid of all this material ahankar or self-ego. He start to think himself very low and worthless. Okay. And the devotee will continuously chant the holy name. And whoever takes shelter of the name in this way can neither think nor do anything sinful activity. So whoever can take this thing, okay, it's mentioned in third Siksha Mrta. Trina api sani, forgot the mantra. Right? Trina api sunichena. Trina api sahasnuna. Nama. Can anyone tell me the verse? Trina api sunichena.
Taror api sunechena, Trina api sunechena, Taror api sayusna. Amanena manadena, Kirtana sada hari.
Taniya Sadahari. All right. So what does that mean? It means that Shiksha Mrita, the third, we will do this after this thing. So in that Shiksha Mrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when a person can become as humble as a grass, as tolerant as a tree, these are the people who can chant the holy name with full attention. Because when a person is very humble enough, is very tolerant enough, he don't have any kind of sinful thought appearing in his mind. It is guaranteed that quickly one will become purified from all sinful influence. Okay. What is the word? It is guaranteed. All right. It is guaranteed that quickly one will be purified from sinful influence. Right. All right. Then, however, inevitably, there is a period between sinful life and a pure state. Right? That means what? There is inevitable. That means the thing that we cannot avoid is the interim period. In this interim period, there is some relation with the past sin. There is some diminishing trace of sin. Right? So that means we are at the two space here. Right? We are at the two space here. Okay. For instance, there is a period between sinful life. Formerly, I had a sinful life. And now I'm working on a pure state. But there is in between, there will be some traces. Example, you take your cloth and put in a washing machine, a dirty cloth in a washing machine. And after the thing is put spin dry, it dries so well. It's considered 90% dry. You put in the sun maybe for 10-15 minutes, the cloth can be fully dried. But after the thing is spin dry in a washing machine, you take it out, there'll be still some element of dampness. There'll be still some wetness in that cloth. It's totally dry, but there'll be still some damp, some wetness in that cloth. Okay. Similarly, even we are coming out from the sinful life, but there will be some relation with the sin. Right? And there is some diminishing trace. That means the sin is going out, is coming out, Okay. Even sometimes when we wash the cloth nicely, we white cloth, wash nicely, but still there's some stain there. Right? There's a still little stain there. Now you need to use Clorox, but you have not used it yet. But still there's a little stain. That means all the stain is gone. All the dirt has gone, a little stain. All right. Now, please pay attention to this. However, new sin is not being committed. At that particular moment, there's no new sin is committed. There's nothing new you're going to do. But the past sin is quickly dissipating. But at the end, the past sin is keep going away. It's diminishing. It's disappearing. Right? Like that. Okay. The more one engage in the holy name, the quicker that sinful order will vanish. The quick order means smell. Quickly, the sinful life, the orders will start to vanish. Are you all following me on this? So that means we must understand that every one of us are in this world are imperfect. Right? Until we come to the pure bhakti, we are still at an imperfect stage. That's why even our chanting, we cannot have a pure discipline. That's why our tongue become avidya. the thumb become numb. The tongue become numb. We chant, we cannot feel the sweetness because we still have a lot of anarthas, unwanted desires. But we are go on chanting. When we are going on chanting, I know there's a new principle I need to follow. I'm not creating any new sin. But all my old sin is a stain. There is there. I'm clearing one by one. Backlog, I'm clearing one by one. But make sure I'm not adding on something new. But past, I'm clearing one by one. So the clearance and everything. But when we go on chanting, when all the sins, all the anartha, the stain and all the dirt, that means you fully wash, nicely, fully gone, then this thing. All right? It will quickly vanish. So Krishna promised to Arjuna that he would never let his devotee fall into trouble. Please remember these by heart. Write it down somewhere. Write in a print it out and paste it on your wall and see that very clearly. That is a Krishna promised Arjuna that he would never let his devotee fall into trouble. So if you really see certain challenges that you go through in your life, it's actually you are just stumble. You know, you're walking straight. There'll be a little rock in your path. Even how nice they have paved the road and everything, there'll be a little rock. Right? And you just hit the thing and you stumble. That's it. You have not fallen, you have not gone. So like that in our life, when we carry on with the life and we have little challenges, that is the challenges because of just a little stumble. Tadiki udradhu. The stumble means Tamil tadiki udradhu. Tadiki uluvradu and tadiki udradhu, two different things. Tadiki utta tadumaruvom. Then we come back. You know, when we stumble, we'll be like klankabut, then we still come back to our normal walking. All right? We have not fallen. We never stumble and fall. We only stumbled. All right? So we must remember that very clearly. Since trouble is caused by a sin, Krishna mercifully take away all sin from the devotee. So the trouble, the little rock that stumble you is just a cause by the sin. But Krishna will remove it from the devotee. Only with great trouble, the jnani able to control sin. The jnani, for them, they take a lot of trouble to control sin. But without Krishna's shelter, quickly he will fall from the spotless position. That means the jnani, that means all these kind of mayavadis, they try their best not to sin, but of course they will quickly fall because they don't have the Krishna's shelter. Therefore, the scripture concludes, only taking shelter of the Lord in bhakti is safely guaranteed. How? It is safely guaranteed. Bhakti. Must remember this by heart. Okay? Now, even if by accident a devotee happens to commit a sin, he does not resort to the purificatory rites of prayashita and karma kanda. Right? So that means even sometimes a devotee accidentally commit a sin. So he does not go to the place of parigaram, purificatory. Punyadanam, parigaram. They don't follow this kind of purification rites or prayaschita or atonement. In English, we call atonement. Tamil, we call parigaram, prayaschita. Okay. At the same time, they also don't do karma kanda. They do this yagya, like that. We don't do that. Okay. The sin is temporary. The sin will be temporary, and by chanting, it will wash away and leave behind no influence. Okay. So far, so good. But now, knowing this, now the trouble starts. What happened? There is another type of sin. If someone intentionally commit a sin, new sin, out of lust, right? Okay, now I'm doing this, so I just simply commit new sin, thinking that there will be no bad effect because of the name's power in destroying sins. That means I know chanting holy name will destroy my sin. I go and do something. Knowingly, I feel like drinking, just go now on beer. Then tomorrow chant Hare Krishna, all my sin gone. Okay? That person is not a serious devotee, but is known as a cheater. From his offense against the name, he will reap lamentation, fear, and death. Because the chanting of the holy name is supposed to give you happiness, fearless, and deathless. All right? Because we die also, we go back home, back to Godhead. So it's considered deathless. But if you don't do that, if it's cheating in the name of the holy name, only thing that you will get is lamentation, fear, and death. Thus, two types of sinful activities may be distinguished. Okay, that means two types of sinful activity can be distinguished, right? That is an unpremeditated sin and premeditated sin, right? That means something by accident or happened before. There is a gross difference between the two according to the scripture. There's a big difference. If in the case of ordinary sin, one can counteract by prayaschita or parigara. But if one thinks of committing, even thinks of committing sin on the strength of the holy name, there is no remedial measure. So serious is the offense. Sometimes when we do some kind of sin, we can do prayaschita, parigara. We can do some prayaschita, some atonement, we can come out. But even if one thinks of committing a sin, okay, now I'm chanting Hare Krishna and I just go to the, go here and do these kind of things. Even that, there's no remedial measure. And this offense is very serious. Okay. Even, now let's look at this statement. It's going to be a very heavy statement. Even endless torture by the, even endless torture by the servants of Yamaraj. That means the endless torture, Yamaraj, the king of death. Yamaraj, even endless torture still cannot deliver him from that offense. Even they can go on whacking and torturing you in hell, still you cannot deliver yourself from that offense. Okay. And if thinking of committing offense to the name brings such suffering, now the question he asked, how much more will be the suffering from the actual committing of an act? I mean, just by thinking about it itself, it's going to bring you this kind of terrible suffering. And imagine what happened if you commit that sin. Just even thinking about it, right? Now let's say, like for instance, okay, tomorrow I'm getting my salary. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the salary and I want to pay this one. And tomorrow I want to go for shopping. Okay, that's the thing. All right, like that. So now the same scenario, think like this. Okay, tomorrow there's a party here and I want to go and have fun. Like I said, my family gathering, friends gathering. I go there, I'm going to eat meat. Then I'm going to have fun. I'm going to drink alcohol. Then after that, see, I've got any girls or what? Okay, just all youngsters, all old men, all getting along with the friends. Let's have party lah. Okay, but I'm a Hare Krishna devotee. Then how? I have already taken the path of sinless. I'm trying to go back home, back to God. In mind, after that, I chant Hare Krishna. Because 31st August, we're supposed to do. 31st August, I do all this kind of nonsense. Go there, drink, have fun, party, eat meat, and all this kind of all nonsense. Whatever things I can do, I do. On September 1st, I chant Hare Krishna. All sin will go away. Just thinking about it, gone. There's no prayaschita. Even endless torture of Yamaraj also still cannot purify you from that sin. Just thinking about it. But what happens if you do that? What happens if you perform that? So now, okay, now it's that. Okay, Prabhu, Vaishnava Prabhu.
Prabhu, then why you want to say that in Kali Yuga, to think and not performing is okay?
But this is for Harinam, Prabhu. We are not talking about offending devotee.
But you are chanting, Prabhu. You are chanting, but thoughts come to you because you're conditioned soul.
No, thought means you are planning. Thoughts different. When you are thinking, suddenly that is your effect of your past sin. Example, when I suddenly say, once upon a time when I go for party, how I drink, how I enjoy my life. That is different. Here, what it's mentioning, doing it. I'm going to do it. You understand, Prabhu?
No, sometimes you sit, you can say, I want, but you know very well you're not capable. So the thoughts come and go.
That is thought.
That's
We are
okay,
talking
Prabhu.
about planning.
Yeah.
We are talking about planning here, plan.
Okay. Prabhu.
Okay, like this, Prabhu, one example.
Huh.
Prabhu, do you used to drink before?
Prabhu?
Do you used to drink before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, from the laugh itself, I know already. Okay, never mind. No need to elaborate further. So now, Prabhu, you are thinking you are going to have a gathering of all your doctor mate or your former staff. Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do you do? Now you're thinking tomorrow I'm going to join all my former staff, all my former trainees, all the doctors I've trained. They're going to have a farewell. I mean, they're going to have a party for me. Okay, being a great doctor who's being a mentor, they all plan to throw a party for you. And they tell you, Dato Menon, your real name is Dato Menon. Dato Menon, we're going to have a party for you. We're going to have your favorite champagne. And now we're going to have a favorite, what? Chicken chop. We're going to have all the things that you love the most. We're all going to prepare. All right. Just once in a while, no harm done. You know, your doctors are saying, once in a while, no harm done. Okay. So now we're going to throw the party for you. You please come and join us and forget about all the rules and regulation. I want you to enjoy yourself. So far, so good. You understand my concept?
Yeah.
But now you start to think in your heart. Well, I am initiated. My name is Vaishnava Kripa Das. I've got a spiritual master. I'm chanting 64 rounds a day. I am doing this. I am on my process of, I'm very well purified. But once in a while, okay, right? So now you start to think, okay, now think about your favorite champagne, think about all your favorite stuff that you used to do. Just go there. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go there. I'm going to start to drink and I start to eat whatever things I'm supposed to do. All the things prepared. I'm really going to enjoy myself, but it's going to be sinful. How? It's okay lah. Later we chant Hare Krishna, all the sin will fly away. You know, I've been doing all this while. This one time I do, what harm you going to make? Krishna will take care. Don't worry. The Hare Krishna mantra will take, because Hare Krishna mantra famous for removing the sin. You got it, Prabhu?
Yeah.
That is planning, not thought planning. That is dangerous. But say you contemplate on your past. Hi, once upon a time I used to drink the champagne. Wow, you know, what a life. Once upon a time I used to eat chicken chop. Oh, what a life. That is different. You are thinking about your past memory. You got it, Prabhu?
Yeah.
That is contemplation. This we are talking about planning. Planning, but there's a criminal thought of chanting the name will remove everything. All right? But
Yeah.
say sometimes a devotee suddenly helplessly falls into that environment due to Maya effect. That is different. But we are talking about intentionally planning. You know, say if
Yeah.
you are a government officer and you take a bribe, if you are a police officer, I'm a drug pusher. You know, I know if I push drug, police catch, I just throw 100,000. They just keep quiet. And as a police officer, I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go on a drug raid. When I go on a drug raid, definitely I'm going to catch all these fellas. And definitely they're going to give me 100,000. You know, it's already against your ethics. It's already this thing. But you go there, you take bribe, it's even worse. So similarly, just by thinking about that illegal idea of doing that sin, and after that thinking that chanting will remove that, it's going to be a grievous offense. You got it? Now the question is, what happened if that person actually do it? Thinking about it is like that. If you perform it, finish. So that example is given. In scripture, one hears and the holy name removes the effects of more sins than one can commit 10 million lifetime. You know, in scripture, you also have heard, right? I don't know whether you have heard that. Even if a person hears the holy name, it removes the effects of the sin.
Yes.
One can commit in 10 million lifetime. Means your future sin itself today is like as though that before you go into the jail, you already take your bail order. You know, before you go to the court, you take the bail order. Then you are sentenced 6 months jail. Then you show the bail order. No, I've already got a bail. I can go out. All right, it's like that. So before you could perform the sin is already, your future sin already done. All right. So we heard that. Now, in countless places, the scripture states that also namabas. That by namabas, all 5 types of sin, even the greatest sin, can be removed. What is namabas? In the purification process at the early stage. All right, early stage. That means when you're first starting chanting, all these things, even grievous sin, terrible sin also can be removed. A person of a cheating mentality hearing this information. What happened? A cheater hears the information. it will motivate with ill motive will start chanting the name with ill motive. Then in the same way, the person may give up regular work of difficult and take to the cloth of renunciate. So what happened? That person will start to think, I am working so hard, so terrible. Never mind, I start to become brahmachari, I start to dress up sannyasi, I take renounce order of life. Then after that, after he become renounced order, what happened? He will still associate with women and wealth for sense gratification. All right. So by using the position of advanced renunciate as the means of enjoying the householder as a householder, that means first he takes sannyas, but at the same time thinking of acting like a householder is a great disturbance to the social order. That means the kind of cheating swamis and the universe at large. All right. You must be either a householder or a renunciate. There's no impediment in taking to the holy name and perfecting one's life. If you're a householder, you're chanting the name to perfect your life, it's good. If you're a sannyasi, you chant, it's good. Provided one carries out his devotion according to the rules without offense. All right. So, but to have the idea of committing sin under the shelter of the name is a great offense. That we should block one to the path of bhakti. All right. The example that Haridas is giving here, that means now I'm chanting and I need to slog, I need to work hard. Okay, why not I become be a monk? Right? I just suddenly, okay, I take vanaprastha, I take sannyasi, I change my dress. I just pretend to be chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Maharaj, can you like to come and stay in my house? Yes, okay. Oh, Maharaj, I've got a sick. So go to the house. Then another person call. Maharaj, why not stay in my house? Really? Yeah? Oh, your house and your house. Whose house got aircon? Huh? Maharaj, my house. I go to your house. And after that, Maharaj, what is your diet? Oh, I like to take spaghetti in the morning. Afternoon lunch, I like to have maybe 5-course lunch, Night, I prefer to take light food. Maybe pizza will do. Oh, Maharaj said so. All the innocent people start to cook for you. After I chant Hare Krishna, I know I've done a sin. By chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, all the demand, all the sin will be moved. Then after I enjoy my life, right? Then I said, Maharaj, I like to go and travel to the overseas and everything. Yes, if the disciple arranges, okay. But suddenly he said, I only fly first class. I only fly business class. Maharaj, we have not enough money. Is it okay if I get for you economic? No, I demand for business class. All these are cheating. So it's a great offense. But I chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare. I know all these demand. I know I'm cheating, but all I'm chanting, all the cheating, all that sin will go away. These kind of that's why the Haridas Thakur is warning, because misuse of this opportunity will destroy the bhakti movement in the future. That's why the sin, it's such a grievous sin. They say, don't even think about it, because you think about it, one day it will happen. They say, don't even think. If you even think about it, you suffer in hell forever. The rules are kept in such a heavy statement. Right? You understand? Vaishnava Prabhu, you got it?
By the way, I just for knowing, Prabhu, do the sannyasis travel first class or economy class?
No, that is given by the disciple. When the disciple offers anything, they must accept. They cannot say no.
Okay, thank you.
Say like, for instance, say like when I come and give you dakshina, you are a Brahmana, I give you dakshina. You cannot say, no, I don't take. You cannot say that. When you accept the dakshina, you're purifying the devotee. You understand? Bro?
Yeah.
The disciples are very wealthy. They start to give a first-class flight for a spiritual master. He just need to accept. Like when Prabhupada went to Australia, they got for him a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
He never quite given me Rolls Royce. He just got into the car, but he was not affected at all. He doesn't know whether it's Rolls Royce or maybe it's ambassador. He don't care. Because he's under Yukta Vairaki. He used everything for the sake of Krishna. And he became a big uproar.
Yeah, I read it, bro.
There's one devotee gave him a Rolex watch. Then after that, there's another devotee want to rob him. He came. I think I told the story, right? He came out from the prison just to rob him, and he pretended to be his disciple. All right? But eventually he became one of the great disciples of Prabhupada. And you know what Prabhupada did? He just took out his Rolex watch and just gave it to him. Take it. He was not attached to anything. All right? But see, if I'm the sannyasi and I'm asking, you are my disciple, Vaishnava Prabhu, I want you to Mercedes Benz, send to Ipoh with a chauffeur driven. Take me to, I want to come and see you in KL. Oh, Maharaj, you are my spiritual master. I do it for you. You know, then after that, where are you putting me? Where am I staying? No. I want to stay in Oriental Hotel. I want to stay in Mandarin Hotel, and make sure you get me what they call what room, whatever the big room lah. Get me that room. You understand? Okay. So that means it's all cheating. That means I take the garb of sannyasi, cheat innocent grahastha. Because for grahastha, everyone. That's why we learned how to determine a devotee. Right? Whether are they kanistha and after that also we also learn how to carefully choose a guru. We choose a wrong guru, it's going to be a heartbreaking situation. Right? So that means idea of committing sin under the shelter of the holy name is great offense, and this will block the path of bhakti. Maybe some of you thinking, oh my God, such a great thing. I rather don't even start chanting. Have anyone of you thought like this just now? Did anyone thought about it? Oh my God, such a grave offense. I better don't even start chanting. Did anyone thought about it? What do you call? Be frank. No harm. Nobody thought about it. If you thought, thumbs up. Listen, yeah. You thought about it?
Yes.
See, you thought too loud. I heard you. You think too loud. I heard you clearly. No. This is the person who have the cheating mentality. Okay? I want to chant to cheat others. You know? But when we are sincerely chanting, but still we couldn't give up our bad habit, that is namabas. In fact, I told you, if you cannot give up alcohol, don't give up. If you cannot give up meat, don't give up. But only thing you should not give up is chanting the holy name. If you go on chanting the holy name, the desire for meat will go away by itself. The desire for alcohol will go away by itself. And all the past birth karma, all the sins that you don't even remember doing it, all will disappear without you realizing it. You know? And by when that thing happens, you start to have a pure taste. The taste is so sweet. And the sweet taste will make you very humble. Naturally, you don't need to pretend to be humble. You know, as what you said that day, you know, you remember you said that your heart start melting. You know, you feel your heart start melting. You know, you start to be feeling the humbleness, the feeling is starting. That means the process is already started. You got it? So it happens and everything, then it just go on. You know, but sometimes in the process, we are all conditioned. So sometimes there will be like stumbling. Sometimes we go, you know, sometimes we this thing. But intentionally planning, you know, say like a person who are weak-hearted. Okay, I don't want to say this as an example, even to think about, okay, anyway, I just don't want to mention this thing. I don't want you to misinterpret. Say like, sometimes there is some stumbling block. All right. That is, you innocently, accidentally did that, unknowingly. But when you are doing it perpetually, okay, I do this thing so that the mantra can cure my sin, that is a great offense. You got it, Mataji? If you have that, do you have cheating mind in your mind, in your this thing? Do you have the cheating mentality?
Yes, of course.
You have the cheating mentality. You want to cheat Krishna?
Sometimes you have your enemy inside yourself.
Speaking about the material cheating. Material cheating, everybody has it. You know, I'm talking about cheating for the sake in the name of religion. Do you have that thought?
Mm.
Huh?
Yeah. Sometimes, yes.
So do you have the thought? Do you have the thought of cheating in the name of religion?
Yeah, sometimes, yes, we are human.
Yes, sometimes, but overall, no. Yes or not?
Yeah. Mm.
Because you don't have that cheating mentality, that's why it came from Brahma Kumari, it came here. Right? And you are very upset when you find that they are trying to cheat you. Yes or not?
Yes, of course.
Exactly. Because you don't have the cheating mentality. You are very innocent. You are innocently looking for the truth. But the cheating capacity, everyone has it, right? When someone says, oh, I don't cheat people. Yeah, when the policeman catch you, what do you tell? Huh? Tada, Sitaram. And the policeman catch, you know, I should not give bribe. But the policeman catch you, he said, now you're using phone, you have to go to the court. Ayo, so leceh ya. Boleh lah bang, settle lah. 50 lah. 50, okay lah, okay lah. Saya hanya ada 100 lah. Bang, saya hanya ada 50. I only got 50 ringgit in my pocket. Okay lah, okay lah, just give. You are cheating. You are bribing the police. Even you have $300 in your pocket, you are telling him lie. You say only got 50. And you count him. Why? Because if you don't pay him bribe, you're going to end up in court. Please remember, using phone while driving, the police cannot summon you. They only can summon you to the court. You have to stand in front of the judge and get punishment. So don't play. So like that, the cheating mentality is there, everyone. But I'm talking about cheating in the name of religion, cheating in the name of the truth. We don't have it, basically, right? That's why we are looking for the truth. We see everyone is cheating around us. We are looking for the truth, all right? So that's a similar thing. Oh, it's 11:15. Oh, Krishna. Okay, it's already 11:15. All right. Anyway, I think we'll stop here. We continue tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, got another. Just the last paragraph. But this paragraph is quite important. We discuss tomorrow because this is something very important. Okay. So thank you for reminding me, Mataji. So now the conclusion is this, very simple. If you think we understand chanting the holy name can remove all our sin, but we are struggling to give up that sin, it is okay. We are still in Namabas. Okay, we are clearing. That means I am still drinking alcohol, but I cannot give up. But now I go on chanting. Prabhupada did that. All right. Then go on doing it. Okay. When you go on chanting, eventually you'll come out of that habit. First thing. Secondly, while you are chanting as being a devotee and you're trying your best, but suddenly you stumble, it's okay. But if you have the intention to cheat, that is very dangerous. I chant Hare Krishna and this thing, okay? That is something which is very dangerous. That means you are a hypocrite. Okay? So with that, we end the session today. Thank you so much. It's already 11:15. I didn't notice the time. We will continue tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is what day? Thursday, Friday. Okay. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay. Tomorrow I need to leave early also. But anyway, no problem. Till then, tomorrow we continue our chapter 9. Committing sin or strength. Okay, chapter 9. Okay. Right. So we continue that. Until they do a lot of, yes, very good, very good. Thank you so much, Prisha. So till then, have a beautiful day. Vancha kalpatrubhescha, kripa sindhu bevacha, paditanam pavinebhyo vaishnavibhayo namo namah. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. All glories to Srila Haridas Thakur. All glories to Harinam Cintamani. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotee. Hare Krishna. Have a beautiful day.
Krishna.